Biddly bar. Yes, yeah. I'm slightly panicking now that it's not working though. But I can only imagine it is. So we've got everything's a bit out of scheme. The badge has already been like, should we cover her up like that? Keep her out of way. Keep her out of noise there. She's too. We'll push her back. She's invading before she's even invited in. That's it, 78 RPM. She's already invading. It's too much, my son. But we'll bring her in a little bit like that. We'll just release. Oh, that's what it is. When there's a comment there, you can't see her quite as well. You know what time it is, though? Get that badger. In and on and over here. We had to remove the comment to get her fully wedged in. We had to move back to get her greatness in. Honestly, man. So I've been down the road for a pint. And I set it up on my phone. So I was like, fucking, I need to go back now. It needs to be sorted out. I need to go back now. So I did it on phone, and then I just couldn't get the software that I use to like be involved and be like log in, be like, why can't I can do it on my phone, but I don't want to be doing it on my phone. So, but eventually after a few refreshers, I was there. I was like, I'm fucking here, boys. I'm here. I'm doing me best to work it out. But so now we're in. Yes, Oliver. Yes, Mr. Whitesnake. Probably saw a romantic movie the other night. No romance. Zero romance. No. Smash a like for his yes, AO. What's good? Richard Todd, what's popping? Richard Woodworth. He was the same person, just on two different accounts. I know you're not, by the way. 78 RPM, my guy. Boyo. Gith Yankee. Appreciate you, brother. Roller Blunt. Richard Woodworth gets another. Rudthorpe, rather. Rudthorpe? Tongue's gone. Got a few beers in order, by the way, so they're on the way. Mark B, what's good, brother? Rendell UFC. That's shout out to Rendell UFC. Super chatter up in this bitch. War Piglet's back in room. We're not seeing War Piglet for a bit. Get his greatness in and on over here. Yes. Lose. Phil Armitage, appreciate you, brother. I'll do the one that I always do because it's only about 8 bars long and it doesn't overstay its welcome. I'm reluctant, within the street, so because I used to get this less so now. But when there was an attempt to become a semi-famous rapper, I used to get it a bit and be like, "Do a street rap, do a street rap." Right? No, I will not. But anytime the Unambiguous asks, I always do the same one. So I feel slightly like I'm betraying him. We've had a few, to be fair. We've been out this afternoon. I'm embarking on potentially a new job, boys. What's up, BMG? What's good, brother? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm waiting on all of it. I was waiting on revealing the name of the Leicester winger, because I don't know if he can join the club on the basis that there's absolutely zero chance I can pronounce that. But I actually think that's quite exciting. Knowing about slapping some decent money down for him, and he was decent in a really poor Leicester side last year. When he was one of the it was a diamond in the rough, wasn't it? Now I'm not sure really, because to be fair, if we're also honest, nobody was talking about him. Normally on the relegated sides, there's a few players sort of pop up in there, and you talk about nicking them, like Ramsdale. I know everybody has a go at Ramsdale, even though he's potentially off to Newcastle, but people ramble on about players that are going down that you can steal, and he was never actually mentioned, in fairness, which I think it would have been a good shout. So I would go El Kunas, but it seems to touch too close on to some other stuff. But from Philadelphia, get up. What's what NFL? What is it? Philadelphia Googling it right here, right now. Philadelphia. Oh, Eagles are. Oh no, the Phillies. That's what I'm on about. Is that baseball? Yeah, it's baseball I'm on about. Because Philadelphia Eagles, I'm unfamiliar with. Let me check. That's the American football team. I do know them, to be fair. I do know the Eagles. Apologies. Apologies to my dude, Gith Yankee. Because I do know. Elkan Noose. What's good, Mr. Whitesnake? How have you been, man? Pleasure to have you in the building again. The Eagles go, Bills, Eagles. Everybody's in here. And Brownhill, do you reckon we'll do both, though? I must say. I'm partial to a couple of youngsters coming in me. Yes, Lee Jones. What's good, brother? Elton. Freedom. 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 No, you can't have done a... you can't seem like Snake in chat. He's never here. He never comments. And he certainly never views. I think by mistake sometimes he puts it on. I think it's like it's on the screen or whatever. But you know when you're like dozing off, you know when you got autoplay on YouTube, you're dozing off, and I think that's the only time he's actually here. And then there's robots sending comments in. Yes, Southie, what's good, brother? Big shout out to Southie for being the crazy super chatter. I know nothing about American sports. To be fair, I actually do like American football. I think it's funny. I don't know why I did that. That's more like a darts throw, in it, but go sort of over its shoulder, don't you? I think American football's mint, but it's quite hard to keep on top of, to be fair. And I don't like and this isn't me being a wacko jacko, but I don't like jumping in just at Super Bowl. So I will watch Super Bowl final, but I do like to. I enjoy the like picking a side a bit and like seeing who the underdog is throughout, and then rather than just being like, because what tends to happen, to my knowledge, in the Super Bowl final, there's like a major underdog, and then like the winner. Do you know what I mean? Who tends to win, but obviously the underdog does win on occasion, and it's tremendous. I was in New York. Went to. I was 21. Went New York. Is it New York Jets? Is it? I've checked that as well because it must be at New York because New York Yankees are obviously the baseball team. Yeah, American team. Yeah, New York Jets. I've learned how to use Google again. New York Jets won the Super Bowl while I was in New York. Both my brothers, my mum, and my brother's wife, and it was remarkable. But I do remember because they played New England Patriots, and this lad jumped out. He was like hanging out a window, and it was like. All my mum heard was like, he went like, "Oh, fuck New England Patriots," whatever. My mum was like, my mum don't really drink, you see, and she had about 3 beers, and she was like, "Did he just say something about like like something about England?" Or like, "Mum, no, it's just remember that game we were watching about half an hour ago." She'd only about 3.5 pints. Now I'm talking about my mum, but it was funny, genuinely funny. Mum was like, "Did he just say something about England?" Like, "No, Mum, he didn't," and it wouldn't matter even if he did. But you know, like, no, it was just saying fuck New England Patriots. He was just a New Yorker, like delighted that they'd won. It was mint though. It was like well lively. My middle brother ended up at his house party and stuff. It was too much, my son. But me and my brother's like a bit of a fallout when we've had a bit of a beer, so and it's all accidental, but it's all love. Do the Eagles want a dodgy winger with MLS experience? You on about Jack Harrison, 78 RPM. Girth Yankee. I keep saying Girth Yankee, and I know it doesn't say Girth, but I can't help myself, so sorry, dude. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, El Canus is Spanish for the Canus. I'm struggling with it all. Philadelphia Freedom, Elton John. Is that an Elton John song? Let's Google it. Elton John. I can't profess to know enough about Elton John, and I know that'll frustrate many of you, but Philadelphia Freedom. Yes, it is. So sorry, lads. I don't mind Elton John. You know, I think he's too small to play football, or certainly he's a target man, and he's got big sausage fingers. But in terms of playing piano, he's quite good. Well, he's very good, and he's. I become skeptical of singers in general because I think it's more tonal in it with a singer. So, because for instance, everybody bangs on about Liam Gallagher as a great singer, and I wouldn't, if I'm honest, say Liam Gallagher's a great singer. Now, I would say that the music Oasis make, I'm not particularly an Oasis fan either, but I would say that the music they make is great. Loads of people love it. Because one thing I really, really dislike, and we'll get on some Leeds talk eventually, I promise you. But one thing I really dislike about people that go on about music is when something's really popular. So I would be a defender of Justin Bieber, for instance, because loads and loads of people like it. I don't like ABBA. Loads and my mum likes ABBA. Loads and loads of people like ABBA. So it'd be rude of me to suggest that ABBA was shit. That can't be the case when the majority of people like it. So, for instance, Elton John, not really my bag, but it'd be rude to suggest. It's like somebody that doesn't watch football, do you know what I mean, and really likes, I don't know, cricket and says football's shit. I would never say cricket was shit. I don't want to play it. I find it boring watching it. I've no interest in it. But it's not shit, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not shit. Loads of people like it. It's not my thing. But people that like cricket would say that tennis is shit. Well, I like tennis, and tennis is better than cricket, in my opinion. But I'm looking at it from an angle, do you know what I mean, where I'm like, this ain't shit. How can you suggest this is shit? I can sit down and watch a bit of cricket. I just think it's a bit boring. But it's not shit. Golf's a bit boring to watch. Would you say? It's not shit sport, is it? It's amazing to play. I'm rubbish at playing it. I don't want to play it. Do you know what I'm saying? What was I saying? So yeah, Elton John, not shit. I'm up for it. Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace, not my thing. I'm going through change. I'm going through changes. They're not the chords before it starts. I don't think they're the chords. But, that's a decent song. Oh, Mick the Crocodile Dundee. Just seeing it, brother. Come on, then. Let's get your wrote down. Mick the Crocodile Dundee. He's at it again. My dude. He was at it other week and I'm calling you Mick the Crocodile Dundee, and I know it's Mick Crocodile Dundee, but Mick the Crocodile Dundee. He's at it again with Super Chats. Absolute ledge. Absolutely no need. They're in dollars, though, dude. Were they in dollars before? Dollar. And I'm not bothered, by the way. They can be in Ethiopian coins. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not bothered. But, well, I'm not bothered in general. You'd also don't have to do it. I'm doing my best, Mick Crocodile Dundee. But you are overly generous. But yes, Rizel, the beers are on order. You're digressing. What's the new job? Well, I'm very versatile, Andy Rose. You should well know. It's got a lot to do with the Swan. I've become a Swan. I don't know what. Do you breed swans? I don't know. My joke's fallen flat on its floor. So the snake moves in mysterious ways. It certainly does, Mingy. Brownhill, I'd take instant for the squad. Let's have a gander here. What we're looking at here. Why would that happen? Do you know what I mean? I don't. Obviously, I know why it'd happen. We're a bigger club, better club, but is that actually becoming a rumor that? Well, it says everywhere wants to leave, so I've not heard about the Brownhill thing today, to be fair, but I've been busy at work getting drunk. But I didn't know that was legitimately potentially a thing, to be fair. So is this the order? Well, Alan, say hello. Hello. Don't show your face. Hello. That's not really showing your face, but don't show your face. Hello. Well, you pick your nuts up, haven't you? Hello. There she goes. The order's in. It's good stuff. Dick in hand, pants down, stick it in. Cock womblers. BMG, I'm well behind here by accident, but apologies. I have predictions just in general. BMG, are you predicting that you will not be speaking, you will not be commenting, just being on the back burner? We'll sign a versatile fullback, a winger, and a striker. We've been talking about fullbacks actually today, just in the comments, because on the basis that obviously Schmidt is moving on. I think a few people thought, including me, Schmidt would be relatively involved within the squad. But if he does go, because he's a backup to a backup, and I do think Byron plays a part, though, boys. And I know nobody likes to hear that, but Byron does play a part on it. Both left and right back, it's good. But we'll sign a versatile fullback. Again, can't that Bono fella play either centre back and full back, but possibly James Justin, Maitland Niles. I think Maitland Niles that'd be mint. That's the type of reject I'm talking about. And I mean, I'm not saying Maitland Niles is a reject, but I am a bit picking these footballers up. I mean, I'd pick that reject up. She's so rude, but you know, little Leon. I'd pick that reject up. Can any of these two players take corners? Because that might help. Harrison. That's why he's in the title, mate. He's taking them all, taking all the corners. Super Bowl is more adverts than sport for me. But to be fair, I agree, man. It's nowhere near as good a sport as footy. But in terms of the Giants, it certainly was. Oh, shit. Sorry, yeah. I said Jets, didn't I? So is there two teams in New York then? I played myself. So New York Jets. I've played myself, yeah. I sincerely apologise. I'm behind, I appreciate it. But yeah, it was the Giants, yeah. I mean, that would be mental, you know, because I haven't won since 73, so I'd have to be 21 to have a few beers in New York. So if I was 21 in 73, that'd make me, I don't know, dead. Yeah, I think I'd be dead. It was the Giants. But I don't mind it with Super Bowl. I know footy's so eventful, the game sort of go, but I kind of like the relaxed nature to American football, how like relaxed it is. Yes, Ena, what's good, brother? Good to have you in the wings. Ena's the man, and everybody loves Ena. I love Ena. By accident. It's a total accident, but I do. St. Helens LUFC, watching you in that charity game last week, thought Gruev was playing. I'm not sure if that's a diss or not, St. Helens, but I'm hoping it's not. I think, to be honest, during the charity game, I must say, I did a lot of dog work. I thought we'd be playing ball a little bit more. I thought we'd be playing a little bit shorter, and able to get on the ball. Because I like to play stuff first time and quickly, and move the ball. Not really a centre mid, in fairness, by trade. But neither is Locky. Not that that's a diss to Locky, just we both looked at each other at one point. I remember saying to Locky, what did I say? I just said, I remember saying to him, but I can't remember what I said. I went, don't worry, it'll come. And I thought, I don't know what that means at this point. Because normally you'd say that to somebody saying, like, you know, if they're trying it up top or whatever, but I meant for us both, like, we'll be all right eventually. And the game did settle down a little bit. But I did a lot of dog work, a lot of work that I wouldn't really want to be doing, and just a lot of like leg work, and tried to get about as much as I could. We didn't play ball enough. I think if we got ball down a bit more, I think we'd have ripped it up, to be fair. Angry Mad Gav always in the building. If Brownell's a good set piece taker, get him in. Patrick Bamford, Spanish for... What's Spanish for? Hold the phone. What's... I bet this is... I fucking knew. You're getting a bite of this, because I knew this would be, like, unimpressive. What's Spanish for exceptional? I knew it'd be exceptional. I knew it'd be shit. You know what I mean? I thought it might be like, so like, I don't know, like, what's Spanish for sexy? Oh, it's not doing the, let me go back, because it's, well, Spanish for sexy is sexy. I doubt that. We'll do it in Pomgander. What's Pamp anger? Oh, it's failed me on it. Clearly does not know I'm trying to make a joke, but I'm sure that would have been funny. I'd be got away with it, but shit is as shit does. Fucking nature of beast, isn't it? It catch up on these comments before clock watchers are all over me. Everton struggling, only 10 first team players apparently setting back. Moyes been banging on about that in an article today. He's been saying that Moyes is like, I desperately need some signings. Because I've been saying, to be fair, all pre-season about Everton, like, that they'll be all right. So, you know, everybody's saying that we can sort of drag them into relegation battle. And I agree. I don't want to just be a backing of Moyes. I know, I think he got... Did Sunderland get relegated with Moyes? Or I can't be asked Googling. That's last time I tried to Google something, it offended me. But yeah, it's not always gone cruise control for him, has it? But I just think they'll be all right. But then if they don't bring anybody in, it's hard for any manager, isn't it? This is the Farker at Norwich style stuff, isn't it? And I know Everton aren't that bad, in fairness, but because Norwich, this is what I've got to say, guys. While I've had a beer, Farker with this, he's had full. Me and Locky, to be fair, we're talking about it the other night. He's had the full backing of the club. If we do bring in a good winger and maybe somebody up top, there's no excuse for Farker at this point. I actually think we've built, and can we put some respect? Can we put some respect on the team that did get us 100 points, and, like, you know, your Bogles and your Rodons and your Struicks and your Ampadoos and your Nontos and your James and your Perus and your Tanakas and the whole squad. I've obviously missed out a couple there that probably piss off a few people by accident. I mean, I know, you know, always a worthwhile mention for Furpo, but we do need to put some respect on these boys' names, don't we? Because they was brilliant last year, and I do believe some of them have an extra gear to go through. And to be honest, I think they all do. I actually think, if I'm brutally honest, because I'm sick of hearing about the step up, the top 4 teams in the country. You know, we're talking about Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, whoever it is, fill in the gaps. Obviously, no longer Man U, thank God. But I'm sort of sick hearing about the step up, because the step up you're talking about, I'm not on about you guys, but just in general, the step up we're on about is the step to the wild west, aren't we? The top of the tier, the top branch, the elite football teams. If we're actually honest, the step up from the Championship, it's a big one. It's hard to stay in the league, but I think we come from a decent place. So it's not like, I don't think the step up for Ampadu, I think the step up for Ampadu to be Man City's holding midfielder is, with the greatest respect to him, I love Ampadu, he's one of my favourite players at the club, impossible. I think the step up for Dan James to be at Man City is impossible. I think the step up for Tanaka to be in centre mid for Liverpool is impossible. But that's a different step up. I know I bang on about the levels of leagues that we're in, but from 15th to 10th, you can't tell me. The reason why people flick through Wolves' squad and they go wild about it last year and go like, oh, and there were loads of people at it all the time going like, oh, but Wolves there's no way they, like, how can we stay up if Wolves were struggling last year? Like, that's not what it's about. Do you remember the team we had when we went down? Unfortunately, people would look at the starting 11 and go, well, we were shit when we went down 16 years ago, I'm on about, by the way, or, well, now 20 years ago, whatever it was. I'm not on about the team when we were actually shit, when there was nobody in the side. The team that we went down with when we were decent, when we were in the Champions League 2 years prior or 3 years prior, whatever it was, 2 years prior, I do believe, because we were shit in the league while we were good in the Champions League. It's so easy to be sucked into, like, suddenly. But when them players have had, like, when they've got given, players get a certain amount of leeway where you go like, oh, these players are now decent. So now you just believe they're decent. And then when they're not decent, you go, yeah, but they were decent last year. It's like, yeah, but they're not now, are they? It's the league is so competitive. That's what I will give the league. If you're not at it, that's why I've been banging on all fucking year about being competitive in the league this year. That is all that's important, being competitive in the league. If you're competitive within the league, you'll be all right. You've got a chance. Obviously, you can be competitive and then the battering boys, can't you? But let's have it right. Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich were not competitive this year. Or last year, sorry, when they went down. I don't know who went down first. Southampton, Ipswich, I don't know who went down first. Leicester, I think, could have had a bit of a fist of it, but they had no money to spend. I don't know. I've gone off on a major tangent. I don't know what my point is. That's 4 or 5 beers for you. But my point being, I just think, players like my guy Longstaff, Stack coming in, Tanaka, Ampadu, Rodon, Struick, hopefully Beale's got plenty of biting, Bogle, James, Nonto. That sounds all right to me. If they actually put it on themselves this year. I mean, honestly, even when we were shit and some of us were scoring against Liverpool when we were winning last minute and stuff, Gary Neville, and you can think whatever you want of him or whatever, but he's the biggest person at Sky Sports and he runs Sky Sports and he's the biggest pundit going. He was waxing lyrical about Nonto, talking about how he's an elite footballer and stuff. So I don't know. I've gone off on a crazy tangent here, boys. I do apologise, but do you know what I'm trying to get at? Because sometimes I think I'm just talking shit, and it's like, I don't know. Cheers, everybody. Cheers and that. Yes, we do, Brett. We open up against Everton on Monday night, which I'm bang up for. Everybody's having a bit of a whinge that, oh, it's a problem. Like, it's not a fucking problem, man. Watch out, league goals. Get you 3 points. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Let it all ride out. I want Angry Mad Gav to straighten you out on Harrison, then we can all relax. I want Harrison to either be at the club or leave the club. I am as happy for him to be at the club as I am for him to leave the club. If somebody comes in and we no longer need Harrison in a bit, dog shit, I couldn't care less. Just the same if I'm to be honest about any of them. I love Tanaka. I love Dan James. If we got 40 million or something and we lost them, I'd think, what are we doing next? The problem that I find with people, I mean, you won't get 40 million for James. I'm only messing about, and you won't get 40 million for Tanaka now. You might do next year if he has a mint year. But Harrison as a signing would be decent. If you thought he were our 5th best winger, If we bring another winger in and you have Harrison as your 5th best winger on bench, I think you'd be mad to not take that. You got, Alex Iwobi or whatever gets so much shit over years or whatever. Decent Premier League footballer, and he's never played outside of Premier League to my knowledge. He may very well have played in Championship. I don't think he has. But, Alex Iwobi gets shit everywhere he goes, but he gets a lot of game time, doesn't he? Jack Harrison, I believe, is very similar to that. He's got a good left foot. I predict a riot. Sailing to Philadelphia, Mark Flopner from Dire Straits 2, great track. Give Einar a bit of love there. We love Einar. Gallagher is good at what he does. You're on about Liam Gallagher, I presume, not I forgot that fella's first. What's him with long hair got? What's his first name? Conor Gallagher, yeah. Atletico Madrid. I always thought Conor Gallagher were decent, to be fair, but again, Chelsea moved him on. Not enough. Everyone's mum loves ABBA. I'm well behind here, right, boys. Had to endure Stevie Wonder at Hyde Park last week as the... Had to endure Stevie Wonder at Hyde Park last week. Stevie Wonder at Hyde Park last week, dude. Are you fucking having me on? I'm so confused by this. Oh my god, dude. I did not know that. I'm surprised that's an endure, though, T. Davies. I really am. Endure, Steve. Fucking endure, Stevie Wonder, man. No. Stevie Wonder's a boy, crazy good. BMG, I think Jack should do at least one underlap entirely as AMG. It can't be done, BMG. It can't be done. One thing I do love that. New boys are mad for it, but it's actually they only now, after sort of 6 months or whatever of doing the lives, have I realised that the Angry Mad Gav has been abbreviated to AMG. Because I remember reading BMG and being like, AMG, like BMG, who's AMG? Like, is that a comment to somebody else? Who's AMG? So I was like, but yeah, nobody do it how you do it, BMG. Oasis are an average band who had a handful of good songs and are 100% hype jobs. I don't like Oasis, I don't dislike Oasis, as I've spoke about. Don't need to go back over it, but I don't think they're hype jobs. One thing I would say is I think the two brothers have got on forever. I know I've got two brothers, and maybe I'm naive to the fact, but I think me and my brothers would be like, "Here, lads, should we fall out 20 years?" I know for a fact my brothers would be like, "Oh yeah, I'll go on radio and give it some shit," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll say this about you, you say this about me." I think we'd all be in on it and go, "Right, I'll tell you what, for the sake of this tour, let's all get on." And then every now and again, I'll look at you and go, "You're a fucking dick, mate." And both my brothers would be like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, we hate each other, don't we?" I think they've had your pants down with that. I think they've got on forever. I truly do. Cricket and tennis are shit, says Paul Kershaw. Tennis is mint. Boccia, the goat of all sports. This could be Paul. You never know with Einar. It's bowls. It's a precision ball sport similar to Boccia and related to bowls and petanque. The name Boccia is derived from the Latin word boss. The sport is contested at local, national, and international levels by athletes with severe physical disabilities. That's not what I was laughing at, to be fair. I wasn't laughing. why I am laughing a bit. I'm smiling a little bit, but it's certainly not at that. Now I've become really childish now, but it was originally designed to be played by people with cerebral palsy. Again, I wasn't laughing at that. I can't read that far in front. I feel so bad now, but now includes athletes with other several. This is them playing Bokia in Shimbashi in Japan. I'm not sure what they're doing other than if it's just traditional bowls, but I'm speechless. Andy, get me back in. Jack, you once told me rugby wasn't your game. It's certainly in. It's wank. Celebrity wankathon. I've traditionally got in a pretty big, fight, truth be told, with some rugby players, but I was only about 17 and I wasn't fighting. It was just all football lads fighting with these rugby lads. What is this about? Some guy goes, what is gayer than putting your head up another man's ass and then screaming push or something? I thought, I was like, even as a 17-year-old lad, I thought it's about to go down. So Oasis are accused of just ripping off other bands. Not sure how true that is. They all get abused of that, to be fair, though. To be fair, man, it's like never ends. Sharon. I'll take Underworld all day south here. Absolutely would. Oh boy, if it wasn't for Leeds United, I wouldn't bother with football. I'd have cricket on. Only sport I was ever decent at. That's the only reason. To be fair, I'm certainly not knocking cricket, but I can't wish to watch it. I'm glad you were good at it, Render. I was never good at it. It was shit. I only played it twice, and I got out by some ballers. Because when they start putting spin on ball, that you've no chance of you. Mr. Whitesnake, when I was in the Navy back in 75, 76, and 6 a.m. wake-up calls was Fernando talk about torture. I'm behind. I'm lost. I'm lost. Can't remember what I said. So apologies. The Swan Tamer. Vega, what's good, brother? It's true BMG freaking ripped off the Coca-Cola adverts. I'm lost again. I need to catch up. Swan Charmer. If I had a flute, be like, you don't play a flute like that, do you? Play a flute like that, but shit is as shit as we do as best, don't we, over here? Google the Bay City Rollers, a fine example of a massive shit. Boys as terrible as the Spice Girls. You boys try to get me into music levels is nobody do it how you does it. It's unreal. Yes, Gareth, what's good, brother? Can you please read out my prediction that I made at the start so it's on record and I can gloat if it comes true? What prediction, BMG? I'll scroll all the way up to the top here. I'm not sure. You'll have to rewrite and we'll go in. Mark B says new job is name official name pronouncer of BBC. Emma, stop worrying, brother. We've brought in some real quality. To be honest, I'm getting slightly worried about us bringing in 2 or 3 quality upgrades. Big boy, don't worry, man. I promise you. Stop worrying. My man Underwood, We went. Do you not remember when we went to Hysteria a couple of weeks ago? We had to rein it in, wind it in. Please do not worry, brother. The boys are coming in. The boys are back in the barracks, as Alan Partridge would say. I must confess, I never rated Ozzy Osbourne as a singer, but having seen in some performances, I have total respect for him. I never understand the performance thing. It's like a blowjob to me. That it's like you're just getting sucked off. It's like, how far can the performance go? Obviously, there's some performers that if you're not into it in the first place, what's the point in the blowjob? It's I think two things come hand in hand. Render LUFC says we deep in midfield. Can only see Brownhill coming in if we cash in on Grove. That is a fair point, big lad. Presuming you're a big lad or just a lad or big. Not big, I don't mean big, wide, big. Render, you're my guy, so please don't leave. But yeah, if we're bringing another one, Gruev's on his way out, 78 RPM saying on the free agent, but it's still a hell of a lot of competition going in there, isn't there? We still don't know what he did in that Swan story. Maybe he shouldn't. The Swans, I wish I'd never mentioned the fucking Swan thing. Well, no, I'm glad I did actually, because I feel like it's building, and then maybe when we win Premier League, I'll drop the Swan story. Excuse me while I laugh my ass off at Liam and Noel Gallagher being considered good singers. They're both the below average, man, in terms of singing. That's what I'm saying. Can they write a great tune and make loads and loads of people? But we have to get. It's like Chris Martin, isn't it? Who everybody hates because it's Coldplay and it's gay to like Coldplay, but I really like Coldplay and Chris Martin, but he's not a good singer. He's not actually a good singer. There's very few good singers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But we don't need to go back over that. St. Helens LUFC, security in the park, stopping immigrants taking the Swans. Big touch courage, big smile. I don't know, I've lost again. Sean Rooney's there again there. I can't keep taking it, big lad. We can't keep doing it. Shout out to Sean Rooney. It's in Euros again. Have you all gone on holiday or something? Why are we in Euros? I'm only messing about, but we've had dollars. I think we're at dollars. We Mick the Croc Dundee. Now we're in Euros now. I'm not. It's no reflection on you, but I'm just interested. Is it me? Am I on like a flight simulator or something? In my opinion, we won't sell Gruev because Farker rates him and shouldn't, because I think he's decent. To be fair, he has been decent in pre-season, and I would actually say, to be fair to Farker, well, not to be fair to Farker, to be fair to Gruev, Farker has played him shit ton of minutes in pre-season. He seems to be getting more minutes than any of them in the centre, so I think he's... Because people then go, like, in pre-season, like he's putting him up shop window or something. He's not putting him in the shop window, is he? Let's be honest. In pre-season, do you think the manager's put... Do you think he can be asked putting him in shop window? Putting Gruev in the shop window in pre-season for 180 minutes or whatever it is that he's played over 3 games, how much more does that increase his value? Do you think Farker can fuck around on that level where, I know I'm not having a go at you here, BMG, so not even on about, well, we are about Gruev, but he can't. It's a madness to me. Sometimes I wonder where people's brains are at. And that's not in reference to BMG's comment. It's just been said. It's like he's in the shop window. Like, you'd probably get about 250 quid more off for the Gruev sale had he had a decent preseason. Nobody in the history of preseasons have been sold for more money on the basis that they've had a decent preseason. So my point being, I think Farke's having a proper good old look at Gruev. And I actually think Gruev will do a decent job for us. So. Emmets, is this a edit? I'm getting worried about us bringing in 2 or 3 quality upgrades, but I suppose that's the Leeds mentality that's grown on me. I think we're all right, man, at minute. I think we need to get a winger in and somebody up top would be mint. But I'm not. Me no worry. Me no worry. BMG's decided tonight's the night you comment a lot. As opposed to was it last week, BMG, when you decided you wouldn't comment? I'd like to go to Boozer with BMG and be like, tonight I say nothing. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I get in trouble. And then it just be like, I thought you weren't telling tonight, BMG. We need to go to Boozer and have you not speak. I'm still not 78 RPM says I'm still not packing still. We'll finish. I'm hoping you're saying there 78 RPM that we're having a 10 out of 10 window. I don't know if it's my reading skills at this point. We're never great as it was. Never mind when I've had a few swallies. Brownell says he likes the Leeds projects, think it's bullshit. He's just looking for a job. Yes, Richard Woodthorpe. I went through so many different emotions there. Like, Brownell says he likes the Leeds projects. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, oh, brilliant. I think it's bullshit. All right, fair enough. I think it's bullshit. He's just looking for a job. It's like, oh, it's depressing now. And it's Deliveroo, innit? When you just how phone works, but you Deliveroo it in. Is that how far behind I am? Fucking hell. MVG not score. He's coming in on your BMG. Byron will be all right this year, man. Honestly, but just like he was last year, it'd be all right. All love this day. I could have literally an ogre could have walked in the room. You'd be like, fucking JackCity's punching, isn't he? He's punching. Yith, and I've been saying Girth, so I'll go back to Girth. I'm not asked that we get a winger, get an attacker, and let the manager sort out where to play him. Can't get too caught up in the formation. I don't know, man. I think the signing purely on base of formation, me. By the midfield, that's why I've got so horny over this 4-3-3 style stuff. I think they're all going in for 3 in middle. That's all that is. Spider tinglies are sensing, man. No, the spider senses are tingling, rather. BMG, sorry, I thought you skipped my message. Thank you for reading it. I'm so mind-blagged here. Boys, I'm not deliberately missing out here. Sometimes I don't think I get stuff. It's awful. It does my head in. T. Davis says, refreshing with all the slate in Leeds took that we pick over their talent, see who's good enough to grace the mighty whites. Jets and Giants, yeah, it's the Giants. It's definitely the Giants, I've decided. Ming handing out their memberships like his father, Christmas, Santa Claus. Ads are back on. I think the fans will go mental if Harrison starts on Sunday. Richard Todd, if the ads are on, I've set this up from the pub. So, truly. I actually don't. I'm going to have to speak to Joe, the goat, and he will explain to me why sometimes the ads are on. Because there were no ads on when me and Locky were on, were there? So, or were there? But there were no comments saying ads are on. So I honestly don't know what it is. But what I do know is, and I need AO in here because AO would normally be on it. Yeah, we've got 102 people in the room and we've only got 78 likes. So let's get them 78 likes up to 100 at least. Let's get it going on because we've had peaks and we've had troughs. So there's new people in this room. So let's get them likes up, boys. Do you remember the record? The record is 741. Granted, not in a live. That is true. But we did get 741 once, which was I nearly stayed in bed a couple of days after that 741 likes. I just thought if it had been like 742, I don't know if I'd have even show my face again. Just how many more likes can a video get? Yes, Chris Thompson, let's have it. Another shit vid. Get up. Get in. I play a 6-a-side, right? 5-a-side on a Wednesday, boys, and I'm thinking about filming it. But I'll have to ask all boys permission, but would that be good content or would that be shit? I don't really know. You know what I mean? But I just thought it's worth filming it, like it's a bit of a laugh in it, like an hour worth of footy. I'm not even bothered if it is shit. I just mean like because sometimes I panic that, like it's like, what is this that I'm doing here? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a bit drunk, just talking shit, not really talking about Leeds. And I think people get pissed off. And I think I'm not here to piss anybody off. It's like this channel is the biggest accident. If you're ever an accident when you were born, you'll know how I feel with this channel. Because this channel is just the worst accident that's ever happened. You don't have a fucking clue what you're on about. Like. Nah, I don't. I just played footy when I was younger and loved Leeds since I can remember. We're here now, 52 minutes into a live. It's fucking eggs is eggs. Jamie Lowe says Everton barely have any players and still don't want Harrison back. Seems he made a good impression there. Thank you, Jamie Lowe, for dissing Harrison. It's fine. We've not seen Arse Ripper yet. We haven't, have we? I don't think, big lad. He was the first one to comment to MVG, so I thought way up to the top. He was actually, to be fair. I would click on it, but then I will lose where I am in the chat if I click on it. So, and I've been taught that lesson before. So he's well as Arse Ripper. Nobody beats the Arse Ripper. Amazing how some people piss their pants when Longstaff looked off. As an orgasm when we made 3 signings and are pissing their pants again now. Paxal, calm down. We'll get players in. Exactly, BMG. You're the fucking, you're after AMG coming out. You're after Angry Mad Gav coming out, and all the while you're subduing him, dude. If you stop subduing him, dude, he might come out. But that is bang on, isn't it? Everybody wet the bed when it were like, we fucked up on, nobody really whinged about us not doing Longstaff, but everybody pissed their bed about the fact that we weren't getting business done. And then it was like, well, we've actually got him, so you shut up. And then it was like, right, what's happening elsewhere? It's like, well, we actually really got moving after that point, didn't we? So, and before that, to be fair, I think we got BO before Longstaff, didn't we? As these things have felt like it's taken a little bit longer than normal, but we've had an amazing window thus far. I actually think, and I've said this before, but if we'd have had the window we'd had, if it had taken longer, I think it subdued everybody to the point. If we were done now, I don't think we have enough. But the only reason I'm saying we don't have enough is because I'd be going into the league, say, in 2 days thinking, well, we've made these signs, we've strengthened, we're strong in the middle, we're strong at the back. And then we have to look at what we've got going forward in general. But we're actually looking at like getting now some, like if we'd have got Paxo in and stuff, it'd just been mad, wouldn't it? We're looking to like push on again. It's a mental window we're having here, is my point. Nobody could have predicted this. And you can all bang on about how we were looking at like 10, 11 signings or whatever. nobody actually thought we were bringing 10 players and did that. I know we haven't yet, but we're getting on for it. Nonto and James start Saturday, assuming all fit, says Terry. I agree. AO says, on Jack Harrison, he was one of our best players when we were shit, and today Jack will still give his best. He's a real professional. Round of applause for AO. Calenti. Ripping asses, Ming, that's what he does. Would not surprise me, would not be shocking. Off the top of my head, Bamford against Aston Villa, but I would imagine there's been one since then. How do you say quick shit vid in Spanish? There's only one way to find out, brother. Sitting volleyball. English to Spanish. Quick shit vid. Video de merda rapida, which sounds a little bit too much, but what we will do is we'll definitely whack that in the notes and we'll deliver that tomorrow, big lad. Video de merda rapida. Thank you very much. Back in the building, BMG. Warm up here, boys. Spanish for sexy is Chris Loco. Max run together. Get up, Chris Thompson. Get up. Oh, bollocks, yeah. Can't but think about Bamford, can I? My guy. Yeah, I knew they were relegated under Moyes, but that don't mean he's shit, though. This is what I'm saying. Why did the German chicken cross the road? Who was following the order? It's a brutal world out there, it really is. Is that a joke, Mr. Whitesnake? Is that a joke? Because I've genuinely, this is what I mean. When you start catching up, you start realising that everybody's coming for you, man. What a legendary comment that is. Yes, it is. Video di merda rapida. The only hat-tricks I can recall since the first promotion of Bamford. Thank you for saying that, by the way. Perot, I think Harrison. Thought James. But he didn't. I honestly, fuck knows. Philip Crew, what's good? Farker has had total backing for all three summer windows. Now, lad, it's been brilliant football under Dan. He has had backing since he got here, but he's also had a bit of a storm to weather, hasn't he? And I think it does need mentioning, as we have done religiously on the channel, that he actually weathered a bit of a storm. There were loads of players sold. Some of the Prem played gash last season. Seems that's good enough for me. That Wolves, West Ham, and Burnley get relegated this season for me. Love it, Southie. Mad tape, but somehow I feel bigger clubs supposedly ain't on our par for me. I'm so up for itself here. It's not necessarily like being on par with us. It's like this idea. My point is, teams like Wolves are used to getting relegated out there, and the Fulham, the yo-yo clubs out there traditionally. They've had a few years at it. They'll eventually go. Whether it's a detriment to us or not, I've no idea. You know, Brentford or whatever, all them teams, Nottingham Forest, they will go eventually. Whether it's all to do with us, whether we go down first, I've no idea. But my point being is any of them can come into that relegation battle because eventually they'll be off down. They can't compete at the very, very top level, the top echelon. The what are them things that Mexican eats? Enchiladas. They're not the big enchiladas, are they? Not that we are either. But like Newcastle now are, they aren't going. Newcastle never going down, are they now? They're never getting dragged into relegation battle. Whereas Fulham's, Brentford's, West Ham's, unless you good. I mean, West Ham. Well, no, West Ham. They can all get dragged into it. Man United, no longer a big club, no longer like holding themselves up. I'm only kidding, but I don't really want Man U to go down. I just want Man U to remain to be absolutely turgidly shit, so that they just become like where we beat them every single time we play them. So I don't want rid of them. I used to think I did, so I've said this before, but like when manager gets sacked and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, get him sacked. Well, funny. It's like, oh, week after, it's like, it's done then, it's sorted. It's like, it's not funny anymore. The reality is the best bit is when they're totally shit and you're beating them all the time. It's like, I know you, and I know you, and you're all shit. You know what I mean? That's when it's funny. The one thing I would say about Man United fans is though, they're not bothered. It doesn't actually bother them. So you go like, oh, you're shit now, and they go, yeah, we are a bit. Like, oh, is that all you've got, man? So I'd be like, I wouldn't get me back up because I'd be like, oh, if a Scum fan told me Leeds was shit, I'd be like, I wouldn't say up, but I'd be like, I'd find it. I'd be like, back Leeds a bit. Do you know what I mean? Talk about Leeds, but do you know what I mean? Talking shit. I think I know what I mean, but eggs is eggs. Estrella in it. It's Estrella Calais here. Celebrating new job out with boys. Justin Thomas, you'll get murdered for it, but I'm here for it, brother. I'm so far behind here, boys. Check Google Noddy Holder interview to see what he did for £25 in 1963 in Germany. I'm going to Google that because I actually think I know what that is. So, oh, no. I thought you meant that guy with fucking wheelbarrow. Yes, Dr. Curious. You always pop up late on as well, boy. I'm going to go full-blown Mad Gav one day. Just do a full video. What makes me laugh is obviously like lately, because you guys all been liking and subscribing and doing all that stuff. The videos have been going mental, and I feel like just arriving as that Mad Gav and just doing the full 10 minutes, just going ballistic. But I can't, as BMG well knows, I can't force it. So I don't think he'd start, would he? I mean, I don't want to be rude to dude, but I don't know if he just walks. I don't know if any of them walk straight into the team. Welcome, by the way, Crazy Alf. And I know it's Crazy Alf on the basis that I'm presuming you're under like 25 or even under 21, maybe, because everybody's replaced. Although no, maybe I'm wrong because I thought the A's got replaced with an X, an Alf, obviously Alf, but maybe that ruins it. So fuck knows. Unsure. Mr. Wake tonight. Mr. Wake tonight. Arse Ripper's back in business. I'm well behind, mate. Honestly, I don't know if I can catch up here. I might have to start again. It's too much. I'm trying to catch up to some extent because I'm so far behind. Normally, traditionally, I'd like have a few beers with you, wanna? Oh, Southie, man. Why am I not? I should see these like early doors. Southie's at it again. So honest to fucking God. Shout out to Southie. Mental. And then obviously MVG has to back it up. Boys, I'm not sure I can. I'm gonna have to fold the channel if this. Shout out to Mick the Crocodile Dundee with the mental super chat. Sean Rooney with the mental super chat. Ming for being mental like Santa Claus all the time. Southie and MVG. It's mental, boys. Truly. Traditionally, when I've not had a drink, I wouldn't click on this, but Gambling to a Million says 500,000 Islam in UK since 2017. They will be armed. I just thought I'd put that on the screen just because it's probably the most unique comment I've ever had. I'm not sure what it means or where it's from or like what the agenda is or what it's about, but it's a brilliant comment, isn't it? Regardless, like great news, whether I don't know if it's great news or not, but it's great news in terms of like it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting news. Whether it's true or not, or what it means or not, nobody will ever know, will they? But tough luck, fuck it. So, Gambling to a Million, welcome. I don't think you've been here long. I don't think you'll be here longer, but Dawn Collie, love it. Well, he's me proud of it. Big style, big lad. Or big lady. Hit the likes, says Justin Thomas. What we on the likes? We've got 100 imp room, 115 likes, but as we said, we're on a rotisserie out. We're on a rotisserie. It does seem members don't get ads, so everybody should join and tell all their friends and family to do so. So is that possibly the case? 78 RPM. I need to contact YouTube at this point. Obviously, I'm not going to contact YouTube. That's a joke. Cause there's no chance of that. But I don't honestly. I'll have to talk to Joe the Goat because I actually don't know why the ads are popping up, if they're popping up, or they're not popping up. Honestly, truthfully. Yes, Kevin Otto. What's good evening, Jack? Don't know why people in meltdown over Harrison. He'll be gone soon. I think he will be gone, providing we sign someone. But I don't mind if he hangs about. Try to catch up on his air bears a bit. Jack, were you nervous doing your first slog? I shat my pants, man. The first ever video I ever did. It's so weird. Like, just like the shit vids. I shit myself. I honestly didn't want to do it. I spoke to my brother and I don't know why I did it. Just in lockdown. And I was just like, I'll just do it. But I didn't want to do it. And John was just like, just do it. And I'm like, why? Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I did not do it for any other reason than just doing it. I've no idea why I did it, but I was shitting my pants. I actually filmed the first one and like deleted it I was like watching it back. Now that's why it's funny to me now. When people think like sometimes it's funny because people will comment and say like, oh, you know, like in something I've said, and I'm like, I don't know what I've said. Just upload it now. I don't care now. I just feel like I'm talking to like everybody or nobody. Do you know what I mean? I just don't care. But I shat my pants the first time. Yes, Eddie Edison. What you saying, Mark? With the 3 or 4, 5,000 different names. Hey up, Jack Lad. Plenty of jibber jabber about signings when they all need to be patient. Parag don't want us to fail. Top players will come in. Yes, boy. Parag will step in, brother. Of that, there's no doubt. Jack will only give his best if Mummy says he can. Unsure what that means, but oh my god. Like a fool. I thought it was on about me. I thought this is how mental the internet works. I thought that was directed at me. But obviously it's just dawned on me. We're talking about Jack Harrison. Yes, Bryn Jones, what's good, brother? If we play 4-2-3-1 against Everton, who's your starting midfielders? I don't like the idea of playing 4-2-3, mate. Can't do it. Not with all the depth, strength and depth we've got. No. If I had to go now, I'd have to be loyal. I can't help myself. I'd go Tanaka and Ampadu, but in reality, if we change the formation a little bit against Everton and we go 4-3-3, which I think is what we will do, I personally think I'm guessing, obviously, I think Stack would miss out at the moment. I think Longstaff's here on the basis that he'll play. I think he'd go on Purdue, Tanaka, and Longstaff. I actually do. There is zero chance of that, BMG. Zero chance of that. Have I got you in, Mark Jones? It's worked though, hasn't it? Render all your C's at it again. Honestly, fucking I'm too pissed for this at this point. Just writing you down there, boy. Shout out to Render all UFC. Martin Cook. I've skipped up front, boys. I'm gonna have to stop in a minute. I'm gonna have to like eat something. Cause I'm honestly, I've got work in the morning. I'm gonna be like a fucking zombie. Your banter and blather remind me of a Yorkshire I knew, Jack. Of the Yorkshire I knew, Jack. Thanks for your humour. I'm pissed taking this finest. Jack Harrison for England. England. Oh, I could never answer that. They're both the West Coast warlords. Both the West Coast warlords. Where are we at with like we've got 120 likes, there's 95 in building. We can get it up to 130, can't we? I need to eat, boys. Honestly, I'm gonna be in a bad way tomorrow. Mingy, I will not be watching this back tomorrow. I don't watch any of them back ever. We know this by now. If you don't know this by now, you never knew. If you don't know by now, you never knew. Let's try. We've got half a full bottle left. It's been done. She's done it. It's been supported in. Mark Jones, you don't mean that, mate. It's impossible for you to mean that. Impossible. Green grass is in there. Do you know, Andy, that is one of the funniest things you've ever come up with. Do you know, I call him it all the time, and I send him clips of green grass. It's so funny, but I couldn't do it to him, so I'd tell him that it was just how he spoke that's green grass. But I think he's worked out now that he actually looks like green grass. I can't eat a munch glad back. JLUFC. I might come back on. Should we wang this in? Wang it in one. Cheers, Southie. Absolute, honestly. Let me do my shout out for Southie here. The boy, chat to Mick Crocodile Dundee, Sean Rooney, Ming, Southie, MVG, Render LUFC. You're all absolute boyos. Appreciate this. This live's been a little bit different. I actually think this has been more traditional, hasn't it? Been more like old school underlap, hasn't it? This is what the underlap's meant to be. Because I actually got told off when I stopped drinking for a bit. I got told off on the basis that like, well, if you're not drinking, what's the point in underlap? But you should never encourage that. It's not good. You already knew that, to be fair, Ming. I'm fine with it. These, Matt Jones, are 3 for £6. So you'd be all right. You just get us 3 if they go down. If they go down, I'll buy you whatever you want. I would. I'm joking about it, saying like, we don't want them in there, but we want them in that fucking relegation battle. Though it'd be amazing if they go down. It'd be so funny. Obviously, there is 0 chance or 1% chance of them going down. If Longstaff are here, might be. We need to do another marathon, don't we? I think the record was like fucking 4 hours or something. Or 3 hours, 3.5 hours or something. New job, mate. New job incoming on Monday. It's all done. We had 7 on Day of the Badgers. Early staff. We've done an hour and 20, haven't we? And I've not fucking spoke about anything I want to speak about. Tell me about. I swear, why I'm in a rush. I had like all my fucking. It's a bit worrying actually. I've got all like my notes like ready, and all I've got at the top of it is Mick the Crocodile. I mean, I meant to put Mick the Crocodile Dundee, and it's put Mick the Crocodile under Sean Rooney, Southie, MVG, and Render LUFC. But do my best, don't we? We'll never find out, Mr. Whitesnake. I'm very. I like to be like. What is it like? Yes, Lee Jones, welcome. I'll sort it out. I swear down. Did I not? I've actually followed through on one of my promises for once. I said I'd do a live. I don't like calling them interviews because it's too much in it. Yes, UFC, yeah, grand. It's fucking razor glass for her. Respect, bah. I was gonna make the noise then, and then it realised that if I fucking make the noise, I've blown you all a kiss, and I don't want the ramifications of that. So I will get Dave on. I promise you. I promise you. I'm upping the ante. I'm taking a job on that's less hours, like less work. So I've got more time because I know everybody just thinks I just fucking like piss my life up wall or whatever. But there's. I'm not. By the way, I'm not downgrading just for this, but I will be more available. So I promise you. Are you suggesting I don't ask Ripper? But on a serious note, shout out to each and every which one here. Honestly, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Get them likes up. 124 likes. Got 19 room. Arse Ripper, Justin Thomas, Mark Jones, Mr. Whitesnake, BMG. I've got to give the big shout outs to the crazy super chatters, which is Mick the Crocodile Dundee. Tremendous super chat. Sean Rooney, working in euros. We've got the dollars, we've got the euros. We're worldwide, baby. You know this by now. If you don't know by now, you never knew. Ming for gifting out memberships like he's Santa Claus. My man Southie was like basically we're gonna end up buying an house together, me and you, Southie. Legendary MVG friending them memberships out like he's Santa Claus, and Rendo LSC, who is also a beast. You're all beasts. Fucking maybe one day AMG will let the cat out the bag with what my jobs actually entail. I have a few. Basically, I've chopped one of them off. I've cut one of my legs off to grow a bigger dong. The dick will grow bigger when this leg falls off because I've had enough of it. It's taken up too much of my time. So now I free a bit of my time. Multiple, we work on multiples, me. So Bobby Bremner or Baby Bremner, whatever. Get up. Should we send it in? There's about half of it left. Should we send it in? Should we do a 10, 9, 8, 7? Hopefully my mum's not watching an hour and 21 minutes in. Cheers, Joseph Connor, Legend Golden. Take it easy, Mr. White. So we'll whack it in for bios. It's not a lot left, to be fair, but there's a bit left, isn't there? But who wants to have sex with me now? It may very well be, but yes, GP26. It's mental, his super chat's wild. Unfortunately, not BMG, no. It's AMG's job. Shout out to GP26. Right, I'm closing this up, boys. It's too much. You guys are mental. Shout out to Mick the Crocodile Dundee for the dollars. Shout out to Sean Rooney for the euros. Ming for being Santa Claus. Southie for the pounds. MVG for being Santa Claus. Rendo LFC for the pounds. And GP26 for the pounds. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Brown bread. Yes, Mark Jones. Yes, Wayne Dawson. What's good? 78 RPM. We can sort it out, JLFC. There's no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. Cheers, Mingy. Cheers, everybody, honestly. Mr. Whitesnake, I don't know where you've gone. Appreciate you. Baby Bremner, Andy Rowe. I'm out of here. I'm off something to eat. I'm pissed at me nugging. Slurried. Right, boys. I'm out of here. I'm off. Yes, Dr. Curious. We've got no Ena. Ena normally sees me off. I know when it's time to go when Ena tells me to fuck off out of here. Ena normally comes in going like, right, it's bye time, but I'm up, mate. I'm always up. Get up. Fuck off. Ena's here. Like, this is mental. It's like, it's honestly like when his name's mentioned, like Candyman. Not that, you're not like jumping into anybody's room, murdering anybody around, but Ena's the man, isn't he? Take it easy, UFC. Might be MVG, all here. Might be an MVG rhymes, but take it easy, everybody. I'm off in a bit. I feel bad for going, but I'm out of it.
I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you want all to me. boom.